Hey there, Vlad from LaunchDeck here. In our previous videos, we talked a lot about what you should focus on while writing content for your pitch deck and mentioned all the things investors want to see. But today, let's talk about one killer feature not every startup really uses: the design. Imagine this: you're standing there presenting your pitch deck to a room full of investors. In your mind, you're like a superhero on a mission to save the world, which in this case is the funding you need to boost your startup. You confidently deliver your presentation, expecting applause and nods of approval. But instead, you're met with silence. No applause, no nods. So where did it go wrong? Your content and core ideas were awesome, but you neglected the power of pitch deck design. Your pitch deck should not only pack a killer business plan, its design should also visually communicate your messages and leave a lasting impression on your audience. It's time to pay attention to the design game if you want to captivate those investors and make them say,
"Shut up and take my money!"
So if you're ready to level up your design, we're about to share 10 tips that will make your presentation shine brighter than 1,000 unicorns. And don't worry, you don't need to be a professional designer to implement them. Let's start with the first one. Avoid visual chaos and use a visual hierarchy that guides the viewer's eye. Ensure consistency in your pitch deck design by keeping it simple, streamlined, and cohesive. Long paragraphs can be a real snooze fest, so why not break them down into small, bite-sized pieces? Tile layouts are like puzzle pieces that fit together perfectly, making it easier for investors to get the idea. Oh, and don't forget the power of white space. I know it's tempting to squeeze every last bit of information onto your slides, but trust me, leave some room to breathe. White space makes your content easier to digest. The next tip is about using your brand. Your pitch deck design is more than just a visual backdrop. It's an opportunity to reinforce your brand identity. Just as Facebook iconic blue is instantly recognizable, your design should evoke the essence of your own brand. When potential investors lay eyes on your presentation, you want them to immediately associate it with your incredible idea. To achieve this, incorporate brand colors, fonts, and visual elements into your design. And speaking about fonts, don't forget about readability. Seriously, nothing kills the mood faster than squinting at tiny text on the slide. Pick fonts that are easy on the eyes and match your brand's personality. Simplify your text with icons. Icons not only add personality to your pitch deck, but they also convey information quickly and without words. With the right icons, you can reduce text and make your deck more readable. Next, remember that colors are more than just an eye candy. Here is how you can use them to captivate and persuade. Leverage color psychology. Colors evoke emotions and perceptions. Select shades that align with the message you want to convey. For example, blue can represent trust and reliability, while yellow signifies optimism and creativity. Then, use colors strategically to draw attention to key points and data in your pitch deck. Highlighting important information with a contrasting color can make it visually compelling and memorable. But most importantly, you should stay in your brand and use no more than 3 key colors in your deck. Otherwise, it might become an eye bleeder. Next, let's talk about the imagery. Incorporate impactful background images that tell a consistent story, and consider using filters or color adjustments for uniformity. This point is most important for problem and solution slides, as well as your team slide. You can use the contrasting imagery in your problem and solution slides to highlight the gap between the current market state and your innovation. Use professional headshots to build trust and create a connection between you and your audience on your team slide. Then let's speak about how the design affects your audience. Keep in mind your audience's taste and preferences and adapt the style and tone to resonate with them effectively. Remember the difference between pitching to a traditional VC and catching an eye of an angel investor. Be ready to tailor your design according to your industry. And never show splash acid colors of Web3 to the people in finance sector. Remember that emotions are your secret weapon. Sure, logic plays a role, but we're all emotional beings at heart, including those investors that you are targeting. So add some emotional hooks to a pitch deck. Use storytelling and visually stunning graphics to showcase how your business solves your customers' pain points. It's all about creating a connection and bringing your idea closer to the investors. Moving on, use your design to simplify. Include attention-capturing visual elements that simplify your messages, like flowcharts to illustrate complex processes and timelines to showcase your company's growth. Use relatable visual metaphors or analogies to present complex ideas. Comparing abstract concepts to familiar objects or scenarios can make them more understandable and memorable. We all love data, so how we can use it to our advantage? Numbers can be your secret weapon, but if you drown them in a sea of text, they lose their impact. Highlight the key figures. Use charts and graphs to make those numbers pop, so your audience can easily grasp your amazing stats. Trust me, they'll be impressed. Use these tricks to level up your market slide, traction, or financial projections. And don't forget about the frameworks that everyone understands, like Tam-Sam-Som framework for your market. On your financial projections, guide the audience's attention with colors. After all, you're not trying to show off your Excel skills rather than your amazing growth. Oh, and one more thing. Don't be afraid to get inventive and try something unique. Bold and unconventional design choices or alternative pitch deck formats like interactive playbook or web experience can help you make a powerful impact and leave a lasting impression on your audience. However, ensure that your creative choices don't go too wild. Strike a balance between innovation and usability. Now you might be thinking, can I just stick with PowerPoint to do all of this? Well, my friends, PowerPoint is like that reliable but quirky friend. Sure, it gets the job done, but if you want to wow your audience, feel free to go beyond the basics. Add videos, graphics, and other visual magic that aligns with your brand's vibe. Remember, we're all visual creatures, and investors are no exception. That's it for now. Tell me which of these tips are your favorite in the comments. If you like this type of content, drop a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. And as always, keep exploring.